For some time right now, there has been a war going on free speech. And there are those throughout the states that have been pushing for these age verification, these online censorship bills that they say, we got to protect the children, we protect the children.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
But it's not protecting the children, it's removing rights from us that has been deeded in the Constitution. People says, well, we don't need porn in the world, we don't need this, we don't need that. But see, the thing about it is, that's the perfect example for free speech, is because if you can't say one thing or have one particular type of entertainment, then you can't have none of it at all. You have to remember that. You know, if you don't like porn, you don't have to watch porn. If you don't like horror movies, you don't have to watch horror movies. If you don't like action films, you don't have to watch action films. You know, nobody is pressing on to you on this. You know, you may see advertisements for it, but that's, you know, hey, listen, that's these companies, their job is to advertise the product that they have. But also understand this. It is the parents' job. It is their job to educate their child when it comes to life itself, when it comes, whether it's outdoors or the internet or in school, it's their job. And the thing about it is, what we've seen lately is that government wants to intervene on certain things, and that's not right. It's not right at all. It's taking away the rights, and you're seeing this slowly but surely. And what you're hearing from certain bills and stuff like that, you know, and what you're hearing from the those that are in the I believe, what is it, the American Communist Party or whatever it is that they want, you know, to have control of children. But, you know, right now, headed up by the Free Speech Coalition, and we got a big win this past week. We switched gears over to Arizona, which, you know, most people were believing because of Katie Hobbs over there that the age verification bill was going to pass. Well, they were incorrect on it. What has happened is Katie Hobbs has vetoed the age verification bill. Big win for that. And we're going to read a little bit into this from XBiz on Gustav Turner. Hat tip to him on this article. Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs vetoed the state age verification bill on Monday, stating that the legislation to protect online safety of minors should be bipartisan and works within the bounds of the First Amendment, which this bill does not. None of these, understand this, none of these bills are within the bounds of the First Amendment, and people don't realize that. They say, well, you know, porn is not for... Understand this. Go back and read a lot of the Supreme Court decisions when it comes to entertainment, especially the ones after the Hays Code was deposed. I mean, all you have to hear from that is that basically, you know, hey, listen, entertainment is the freedom of expression and art. You know, it doesn't matter what's in that. You know, basically, if it's within the confines of the Constitution, then it is legal. It is legal to itself. This is why there was a renaissance in the 1970s to 1990s when it came to entertainment. There were things they were able to do then that they couldn't do prior to the 1950s. You know, you were telling people, you know, you couldn't smoke, you couldn't drink, you couldn't. A married couple could not sleep in the same bed together. How is that? I mean, if you ever seen an episode of I Love Lucy, you know, on there. But then, you know, flash forward to the Brady Bunch, you know, Mike and Carol slept together in the same bed. But let's continue on reading this. This is the statement that the Free Speech Coalition praising Hobbs for vetoing vetoing of HB 2586. This afternoon, Arizona Governor Katie Hobbs vetoed HB 2586, a bill that would have mandated invasive age verification for visitors to sites with material harmful to minors. We completely agree with Governor Hobbs that the legislation to protect children's online safety should be bipartisan and work within the bounds of the First Amendment, which this bill does not. The FSC led opposition to the bill and traveled to Arizona multiple times to speak with legislators, journalists, allies, and constituents. HB 2586 ultimately passed the legislature on the party line vote, and opposition to the bill came from the ACLU, FIRE, Chamber of Progress, Woodhull Freedom Foundation, SIECUS, PLERP, and a host of other organizations dedicated to civil liberties, reproductive rights, sex worker rights, and LGBTQ rights. They understand, as we do, that these bills endanger not only adult content, but a wider swath of speech online. We thank Governor Hobbs for her courage in standing up for the calls for censorship, and look forward to working with the legislator on an effective methods of keeping minors from accessing age-inappropriate material online. And this is correct. There are ways of doing this properly that would not infringe First Amendment rights. And like I said, there are programs out there. There are antivirus programs that you're able to block these sites on there. You know, if you work for a corporation that that uses computers, most corporate companies use computers. You try dialing some of these sites. They get blocked. And that's software that's in there. But we have to be careful of the type of software too. The software can also infringe on First Amendment rights. You know, the parents should be able to choose which sites that they deem inappropriate for their children, that they don't need on there. Because what happens is, it's like the Florida law, you're banning kids under 14 from accessing the internet, which, most companies don't allow, you sign up for 13 and under, but still access to the internet, should be free to anyone on there, no matter what age you are. But the thing about it is, understand this. Education comes first when it comes to children, especially very young children. I mean, you see a lot of, they say, well, we got to put things on tablets and on phones to block these things. But the thing about it is, that technology does exist for children. There are tablets made, Amazon and many others that basically limit the what sites they go to. You have websites like Netflix and many others that have a children's section that you could put your child just to access those sections and nothing else, from the website itself. So the tools are there. But see, the thing about it is, there are those on both sides. This is not on one side of the aisle. This is both sides of the aisle that think that, that they're the arbiters of what is right and wrong, and not thinking for their constituents. The constituents are the ones who put them in these places. In other words, these congressmen, congresswomen, these delegates, they are put there by us, the people. We hired them. They are our employees. And if they don't do a good job, they're fired. In the end, we vote them out of office, and that's what comes down to it. When you have even the ACLU, who have been an issue for quite some time now, saying that this bill is wrong, it is totally wrong, it violates the First Amendment, then you got to say to yourself, yeah, you got to look into it and be there and tell your congressman, congresswoman, your representative, and call them and tell them, says, we don't need this in our state. There are other issues in our country right now that are more important than taking away freedoms from all of us. You know, this is happening all over the world. You're seeing situations like this in the United Kingdom, in Russia, New Zealand, Australia, you know, many places on there. Brazil, now recently Brazil, that they're going after Elon Musk to censor X because they don't like some of the things that are said there. You know, if you don't like it, don't read it. You know, we are open to open conversation. This is what they don't want. They don't want us to educate ourselves by having a conversation like this. And then I will tell you, comment in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts about this. I mean, this is important on there. People don't realize, and I know on some of my viewers on BitChute and a couple other places that they say, well, I don't like the porn. The porn is evil. So it has nothing to do with that. And you have to understand, when they say that they're trying to get rid of the porn, they replace pornography with adult content. They're trying to redefine adult content as just pornography, but what they really truly want to do, and you see this every new article that comes out, is that they want to censor everything else they deem offensive. They want to change, you know, the obscenity rules to prior to 1970. Again, and I'll keep saying this, and you know, do you know what was happening prior to 1970? People were being arrested for obscenity charges on there. And and you say, well, you know, at least it was gone then. No, it continued to happen. See, the thing about it is, think of what happened in Florida with 2 Live Crew. If you know the group 2 Live Crew, their record was banned because it was too offensive in the state of Florida. Remember that. But the thing about it is, that has changed because of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court deemed it, says, listen, as horrific as it is, you know, you can't really ban it. You know, it's words. You know, if you don't like it, you know, don't listen to it. Don't watch the videos. You know, as controversial as that group was, you know, I'm not a major fan of the group myself, you know, but I don't buy their albums or anything to that nature. But hey, listen, I don't deny anybody else from listening to it. So once again, comment, like, share this video. And don't forget, today could be the day that I've earned your subscription. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's very important on there. No matter where you're watching on this, whether it's on YouTube, Odyssey, BitChute, Rumble, it's important that you do that because, you know, the thing is, out there are those who are trying to shut us down on a daily basis on there. So remember, subscribe, like, share, comment, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you for tuning in, and bye-bye now.
Thanks for watching, commenting, and sharing this video. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe, as this helps the reach of this channel. Finally, as a content viewer, you have the ability to help support this channel, as new internet laws around the world will diminish our reach and affect our sponsors. If you choose to help, there are 2 ways listed in the description below. The first link will lead you to a pay site where you can make a monetary donation. The second will lead you to our gear shop where you can buy shirts, mugs, and other gear. Discounts will be listed on the site. Once again, thank you for watching and your support.